Hi, everyone. I want to take a moment and bring you up to date on some great news here at Mountain Sweet Honey. Before I make this announcement, I want to take a moment and reflect on where we've been as a company. As many of you know, I started this business out in my residence, out of my double-car garage. And then it gradually built from there to the garage plus 1 room, plus 2 rooms, and then plus 3 rooms. And then we ended up where we are currently on a 5,000 square foot building. And over the years, that has grown to 20,000 square feet. And we're looking for more space as we speak. The business growth over the last 12 months has just been phenomenal. We have now 13 full-time employees. For my part, I've been putting in a lot of hours. Some weeks, 80-plus hour weeks, especially during bee season. That really hurts on growth of planning for future growth as a company. I've been thinking about a new position here at Mountain Sweet Honey over the last 2 years. And what I need to do is reduce my workload and begin to focus more on future growth. So what I've come to the conclusion on is that we need a director of operations that will take care of the day-to-day operations and allow me to be more forthright looking and planning. With that said, I'm pleased to announce that our new director of operations is Nikki Sweeney. Nikki, I want to publicly welcome you to Mountain Sweet Honey and to our customers. So welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, Nikki, some of your background is in customer service, but before you got into that, you were working on your degree with Ottawa University in business management and in marketing. Am I correct?
That's correct, yes.
So that was a real biggie for me, seeing those two on her resume. And Nikki, to top it all off, you're a beekeeper too.
Yes.
All right. And when you came on board, 5 weeks ago?
5 weeks ago.
All right. You started out in what part of our business?
So I started out in the call center. I'm in customer service currently.
Now, you got a lot of background in customer service. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So pretty much my entire career, customer service. Before coming here to Mountain Sweet Honey, I had my own insurance agency where customer service is number one. You're dealing with customers on a daily basis, all day, every day, and their needs come first. And that's not any different with Mountain Sweet Honey. So basically the same thing. What I found is our staff goes above and beyond, whatever that may be. Our courtesy calls every morning to thank them for their orders, sending out educational videos to help them with either keeping their bees or with their supplies that they've purchased, whatever it may be. All of our staff is so willing to just serve. And I love, that's one of the things that I really, truly love about the company is everybody seems to have that servant's heart.
Now we have 3 new employees that are in the call center. So you've kind of moved in with them on that side. So tell us a little bit about your experiences there.
So we're kind of learning and growing together, which is a lot of fun because they're teaching me and I'm teaching them. And I don't think that can be a bad thing in any way. We're all just kind of growing day by day. I just see them getting better and myself getting better with every call that we make, every phone call that we take.
Now, you were in customer service previous to this, and tell us a little bit about that.
Yep. So I was in customer service. Well, prior to here, I had the insurance agency. So basically, I ran everything in the office. So if phone calls came in or phone calls were going out, typically they were made by me. Prior to that, I was in a call center. I was a supervisor there. If you know anything about a call center, it's constant calls in. And they're not always the best, but you just take each call and you try to make the best of it. So that's, again, no different than what we're doing here.
This was just over the top when I was looking at your resume of the customer service side, because we wouldn't be where we are today without that. And having you come on board and helping us take this to the next level was just really, really important to me. And I appreciate what you've done thus far already in the customer service side of our business.
Thank you.
Now, tell us a little bit about your beekeeping. Have you had some successes or failures?
I have had both.
Okay, all right.
Definitely had both. So I am not a professional beekeeper by no means. I'm only a few years into beekeeping.
1 or 2 or 10 hives?
So no. So right now I have one.
All
I
right,
had 2.
all right.
I had the 2. Unfortunately, I trial and error. I had a wax moth incident. User error, I think, was the real thing. But so I just have one currently, but they seem to be thriving and going well. I got into beekeeping a few years ago because my husband and I had started a garden, and we just noticed there were no bees. Nothing was pollinating. We couldn't seem. I was out there trying to pollinate my vegetables by hand, and I was like, "This is insane. Where are all the bees?" And then I found myself at Lowe's one day, and there were a lot of honeybees on the flowers, and I was literally trying to grab the ones with the bees because I wanted to bring the plants home and bring the bees home, put them in the garden. So I was like, I really would love to get into beekeeping, and I did a couple classes that they offered over at North Georgia Tech, and I wanted to try to learn all the ins and outs, so I didn't have that first year failure, but I didn't. I had a second year failure, so it was fine.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Folks, as you can see, she's a backyard beekeeper like 90% of our customers are, and so she understands the ups and downs of beekeeping. And Nikki, you've also been on the phones with customers, and what's been your experience there?
So I have not had a bad experience on the phone whatsoever. So I'm making outbound calls. I'm trying to be right there with our staff members and showing them that I'm just like they are. So I'm making outbound calls. I'm taking inbound calls. Our customers, all that I have found everywhere from New York down to Florida, Connecticut, everywhere, they're all just like me. I mean, they're all just, most of them are backyard beekeepers just trying to learn, trying to get their honey intake up, and they love their bees. So, that part has been great. I'm learning from them. They'll tell me something, and then I'll go and research it because it's maybe something I didn't know. So that part of it's been really good. And they love the help. Whatever advice we can give them, however we can help them. I don't know how many times I've had people say, "Oh my gosh, thank you. I didn't know that." And it's just been a really good experience. One of the young ladies yesterday, I know you and I talked about it. She had a phone call, and the gentleman on the other side of the line he said, "I can tell y'all are a Christian-based customer. A Christian-based company. Every person that I've talked to has been so kind and willing to help." So I just loved hearing that. I don't know. It's a different environment, and I love it.
Now, Nikki, with the customer call center being the largest part of our business, tell us a little bit about the staff. We have 3 new ones, and and then our existing staff. And tell us a little bit of your take on our call center.
It's a really well-kept machine. It runs really well. Everybody works so well together. I don't know how else to put that. I was a little adamant coming into this because I am a newer beekeeper. I'm new to this industry. I'm new to the company. But honest to goodness, everybody has been so warm and welcoming, and everybody helps everybody. I know the first week that I was here, I spoke to one of our call center members, and he said, Shasta is my supervisor, but she's also one of my best friends. And I just found that to be, I don't know, that was huge in the grand scheme of things. They didn't feel like they, had this power trip or somebody that was looking down on them, not trying to help them succeed. Everybody wants everyone to succeed. We all want what's best for the customer and the company. And I just have found that to be just such a breath of fresh air.
Well, your next stop after customer service will be back into shipping.
Yes.
And you've gotten a little bit of your hands dirty back there. As a matter of fact, yesterday, if I remember right.
I did.
And folks, Nikki will be working herself around each stop of our business. And after shipping, it will be into order management and learning what Aubrey does on a day-to-day basis. And then you're ready to unfurl your wings and ready to fly at that point. And folks, I want to just say that Nikki is the future of our company. As I reduce my hours down to normal work hours, feel free to call her if there's ever anything that you need. She is the go-to gal that is representing me in the business, and I'm glad to have you along with us on this ride.
Yeah, I'm excited. Right? It's been great, and I appreciate the opportunity. I'm looking forward to working with everyone. So,
well, welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you.